my anxiety is high, especially around the holidays and lots of family time. How can I control it? So, I mean, it's very hard because it depends. It's a bit of a complicated question, that, but it depends where the anxiety is coming from and what specifically is causing it. You know, is it the certain people in your family that are coming around?
Yeah,
Is it the
that's
the
what it
ex
sounds like.
the expectations that come with Christmas? Because
Yeah.
a lot of pressure is kind of put onto like 1 or 2 days. And it's funny, my mum's like, in all my life, like, no one's ever cooked me Christmas dinner. Like, why am I always doing it? And I said, you came around to mine one year, and you know I did it. I said, but you didn't like the way I did it. She went, did I not? I said, no, you probably didn't. But like, I'm not into cooking. Like, I'm not going to slave in the kitchen. I'm going to buy something that's pre-made and pre-done,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't want that pressure, or, to be anxious that, oh my God, did I put the roast potatoes in at the right time? Did I put enough honey on the carrots? Like, I don't want any of that.
I mean, I've done it. I've done both. I think I said this to one of my ladies today, actually, in her check-in as well, because she's seeing some family members. She said it's always really stressful, and due to her like menopause symptoms, she doesn't really drink any alcohol, so because they would trigger headaches. So we were like, well, I said normally, I would just have the wine and it would be fine. I'll be all right. So
Yeah.
she's not doing that. And I said, look, also like at Christmas, you tend to, a lot of people have like a week or so off, but you know what it's like in a holiday, but it takes the first couple of days to get out of work mode.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like running around from here to there to everywhere. And it's like when you have to go and see your family and do all those things, just take your time. Like enjoy the journey over there and chat to whoever's with you in the car, and then when you get there, just like have a little bit of time, take some time, sit down, have a conversation, rather than thinking that everything has to be so rushed and tense, and oh my God, we have to do the presents now, and oh my God, we have to do this now, and then we have to do that. Just breathe and try to stay in the moment of what you're doing, rather than thinking about everything else that has to happen. Because I get that, like that can be a hard time. Because you see family members at Christmas that you do not see any other time. And there's probably a reason for that. So yeah, I think it's just try and take the moments, stay quiet, like not stay quiet, but just be in the moment, and then take those little moments for yourself as well. Take yourself off for I'm just gonna go and have a look at the Christmas tree on my own for a second.
Yeah. It's gonna go in the kitchen, get a drink. Yeah, and like you say, it depends where that anxiousness is coming from, whether it's the pressure for you to perform whatever at Christmas, or whether it's the pressure of going around to other friends and family, and just try and work out what it is. And like you say, deep breaths, take yourself out of the situation for a couple of minutes, and I'm very like OCD with like planning things and planning days. So like, right, I'm going to go here at this time, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And that's a form of control. And, if you're anxious about something, go, right, okay, well, we're going to get there at 3:00. We're going to be leaving at 7. We'll do this, this, and this while we're there. And then we're going to do that, and if you feel that time stamping things makes it a bit easier to go, oh, we've only got till 4:00, and then we're going to do the presents. And then at 5:00, we're going to get the nibbles out. And then 6:00, we're going to do some drinks. And then 7:00, that's it, sort of thing, And if you can kind of segment it up a little bit, then, potentially that'll take the anxiety out of it, because you've got a timeline of what you're doing. I think when things are open-ended, there's no plan whatsoever. That's kind of when people get a bit anxious.
Yeah. And then just be mindful of how much you drink. It's such a time to like drink a lot. Just be aware of it, because it will always lower those inhibitions anyway. So you're more likely to say things you wouldn't necessarily say, which causes friction, but also it will heighten anxiety. So the next day you're going to have much higher anxiety levels, and that next day might involve going and see XYZ. So just, it's always a little bit of a free for all at Christmas, but I think just be be aware, be in control, be responsible, because actually then you'll get through it easier.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.